Hello everyone, my name is Kason Angelo, and today I'm gonna teach you how to solve quadratic equations by extracting square roots. Firstly, here's the symbol for square root. So what's the relationship with square root and square? Well, if we are going to extract the square root of x squared, the relationship will be square root will be cancelled out and square will be cancelled out. So why does square and square root cancel out? Well, let's say for example, square root of a, the equivalent of square root of a, is a raised to 1/2. So applying that to x squared, and the value of square root is 1/2. So we need to raise 1/2, so power to power 1/2 times 2, that is equivalent to 1. Secondly, you need to be familiar with the perfect squares of numbers, as it will help you a lot if you remember the perfect squares of all numbers up to 20. Anyways, here is the first problem. X squared minus 64 equals 0. In this problem, we first need to isolate our variable, which means we need to transpose negative 64 so that x squared equals positive 64. And now we get the square root so that the exponent will be cancelled out. And now we find the square root of 64, which is 8, because 8 times 8 is 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, and 64. This is why being familiar with the perfect squares of the numbers will help you out. Now, back to the problem. The answer is x equals positive negative 8. And why is the positive negative sign needed? Because 8 times 8 equals 64, and negative 8 times negative 8 is also positive 64. So we have positive and negative solutions. This time, I'll let you answer the problem. Alright, let's say 2x squared minus 50 is equals to 0. I'm leaving this to you for a little while. Alright, if you get the answer x is equal to positive negative 5, you are correct, because we first transpose 50, so that 2x squared is equal to 50, and then we divide them with the coefficient of x, which is what? That's right, 2. So 2 divided by 2x squared is just x squared, and 50 divided by 2 is 25. And then we remove the square root, so square root of x squared is x, and square root of 25 is 5. And we get our answer, which is x equals positive negative 5. If you're thinking this is getting a bit too easy, let's move on to our next problem, and I'll let you solve this one by yourself. I would be surprised if you got this without any help from anyone whatsoever. So, first we isolate our variable, 4b squared equals positive 225. And then we divide the coefficient of b, which is, that's right, 4. So now we divide 4, and it's now 1. And we divide 225 by 4. But wait, isn't 255 not divisible by 4? Now what happens? Now b squared is equal to 225 over 4. But did you notice that 225 and 4 are perfect squares? So, what happens next? Well, we extract the square root, of course. The square root of b squared is b, and the square root of 225 over 4 is, that's right, 15 over 2. So now, we have b is equal to positive negative 15 over 2. Well done! You're almost at the end of this lesson. Good job. On to our next problem. 3y squared minus 147. Firstly, we isolate the variable so that 3y squared positive 147. Now, we divide them by the coefficient of y, which is 3. So 147 divided by 3 is 49. And then we extract the square roots. So square root of y squared is y, and square root of 49 is 7. So the answer is y equals positive negative 7. Don't forget the positive and negative sign. It's important. And if you can simplify your answer further, do it. And now, on to our main problem. W plus 7 parentheses squared equals 196. As you can see, we have a parenthesis here, and 196 is already transposed and isolated. Can we now extract the square root? Yes, we can. And also, 196 is a perfect square of 14. So we can now extract the square root. The square root of w plus 7 squared is w plus 7, and the square root of 196 is 14. So now, it's w plus 7 positive negative 14. But wait, the variable is no longer isolated. So now we transpose positive 7, and now it is w equals positive negative 14 minus 7. Now, to get the value of w, we need two different subs. W sub 1, which means our first value and representing positive, and W sub 2, which as you guessed, represents negative. So now, positive 14 minus 7 equals into 7, of course, and negative 14 minus 7, as you guessed it, negative 21. And so, that concludes how to solve quadratic equations by extracting square roots. Thanks for watching, and I hope you understood what I said, and that you liked the video. I actually really liked making this project, so I really didn't do it sooner. So yeah, goodbye, thank you, and always stay out.